The third station, our Lord falls for the first time. From the book of Lamentations. Those who once feasted on delicacies perish in the streets. Those who were brought up in purple embrace ash heaps. Our Lord finds his face pressed down to the dust, his body under the weight of the cross. Just in the last station, he accepted the cross. He embraced it. He went out to meet it. He carried the cross. And the very next station, he falls for the first time. This is such an astounding revelation, a thought that's hard for us to swallow as we go through Lent. I'm Father Nathan, President of St. John Institute, and we're here to accompany you by preaching these stations throughout all of Lent. And in this first station, we learn a valuable spiritual lesson. How the two are intermingled. He picks up the cross to carry it, and then the first thing he does is he falls, and he falls for the first time. Did he fall out of surprise at the weight of the cross? Did he trip inadvertently, or did he fall because it really was so heavy that only a supernatural strength could carry it? And all of these things, the same reality is that no one lives perfection. In everything that we do, should we strive for perfection more than we should strive for fidelity? I mean, our Lord, he himself fell right off the gate. You could almost imagine the disappointment of the soldiers, the disappointment of the crowd. If he really was God, how could he fall? And the same disappointment can be in our own hearts. We could say, my goodness, if I really was a Christian, then I shouldn't fall. If I really am holy, then I shouldn't make these little trip-ups that happen in my way, either in a moral life or in our relationships. It's amazing how you can go so fast and do so many wonderful things and be so patient, and yet at the smallest drop of the hat, fall in ways that are, well, abysmal. How is it that we can have this within us? Isn't it that courage that Jesus gives us to say, all of us are flawed and all of us fail in many ways, but the only true failure is the one who doesn't acknowledge it. The only true failure is the one that we don't confess. The only true failure is when we hold inside of ourselves this thought that we shouldn't fall, or that it's impossible for us to fall, that somehow or other our falling cannot be redeemed. Christ meets us in the dust heap of life, in the ashes, where we lie upon the streets, to pick us up again and say, follow me anyway. You might be imperfect. You might have fallen right off the bat. Do not let your hearts be discouraged on the journey that I have for you. I meet you to carry you by my strength. Follow me, even if it means carrying the cross through failures and falling.